Yo, what is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you've been doing well. Today, we are here to talk about another set of reveals that we've got for the upcoming March 4th pre-order batch. There is one character I'm going to dive deep into a little bit more, but we'll get to that in a little bit. So, just recently, it looks like the Tamashii Web Jump page was actually updated with all of the upcoming pre-orders, as well as a couple of new things here. So, we do have Giyu Tomioka from Demon Slayer. This figure was previously shown, I want to say, either at TNS Tokyo in November or it was the Jump Festa event in December of 2023. So they did say it was pending licensor approval. It looks like now that it's going to be finally getting some details out. There are no actual details available on him, unfortunately, but because they updated this calendar here, we do know that he's going to be released in September of this year. But is he going to make that March 4th pre-order is, I guess, what people probably are wondering. And I'm more inclined to believe he could, just because a lot of the pre-orders that are actually going up are going to be ranging from July to September for releases. And August is already stacked. Ideally, though, I kind of don't want him to go up, just because there are actually quite a lot just of popular characters, popular figures that people are interested in. And quite frankly, that many pre-orders at once is just abysmal. All right, that's a lot of money to be dropping for several figures because people have varying interest from more than one anime, that's for sure. But yeah, so we'll see what other details he'll come with. I am hoping he's not too pricey. You know, Tanjiro was about budget price, I think, and Nezuko was the one that was higher. So I'm hoping he's, overall pretty good. He's obviously going to have more or less the same structure, I think, as Tanjiro, so hopefully turns out well. But moving forward, I'm gonna keep the last one, Spider-Punk, for last. We'll talk more about him in a second. But very surprising, Tamashii Nations is coming out with an Ahsoka Tano from the recent Ahsoka series. Now, you do know Mayfix is also making a figure, and actually is coming out in May or April of this year, so it's not too far away. And that one is not bad, actually. I'm quite curious to see how the articulation is on it, but the face of it wasn't crazy good when it comes to, I think, getting that Rosario Dawson likeness. Whereas this one, it seems like they really got it nailed down, at least for the promo shots, right? And I say this a lot. Tamashii Nation's strong suit is not IRL likeness. Like, it is not. The face prints that you've seen lately, they're kind of on and off good. Some of them I think are like 3D scanned and they look a lot better. But for this one, I don't know what they did differently in their process to get it this good. And hopefully it looks like this when the final product comes out. But I'm digging it. The articulation so far, just from looking at it, I mean, I think the Mayfix and the SHF is going to be quite an interesting, battle to see who's truly better articulation-wise, because I'm kind of digging how they're doing the legs here, and it looks like she's going to be able to get a lot of range out of that, especially. The torso articulation, we'll see. The arms are more or less probably going to be the same, with that kind of bicep swivel being hidden by her sleeves. And then the poncho, it is a little bit bigger, more, I don't know, not textured, but thicker in material, whereas the Mayfix one was a lot more sleeker and fitted to her. So, again, we'll see. I would have preferred if they did the white version after she, reassesses herself after talking with Anakin and whatever. I would have preferred that, just because then we could have two versions available for two different varying parts of the season, right? That would have been great. But this still is cool because you get another option. She is expensive, though. I think she's around 13,000 yen. So, yeah, pretty pricey, unfortunately. But very much so. I'm glad that the Star Wars line is doing well. Next month, March, which is in another day or two, we're getting about 3 Star Wars reissues, which is A New Hope Luke, and then we're getting, I think, Rey and a Phantom Menace Obi-Wan, I believe that's what it was. So, yeah, good to see that it's still going. One of these promo pictures here, I don't know if they have it here. Yeah, this one. Maybe is hinting that we're going to get a new Anakin, maybe with both red and blue lightsaber, hopefully. Or it could just be you know, them just making a picture for the promo shot. Ideally, though, I think a lot of people would like to see a new Anakin, because the old one is not, it's not horrible, but it's not the greatest either, and they definitely could do a better one at this point, so we'll see. But yeah, that was pretty cool for that reveal. Now I'm going to go over here and we're going to talk about the main attraction, Spider-Punk, Hobie Brown, and the first thing you'll notice is the head sculpt. I am not mad, but I am concerned because it doesn't have that Across the Spider-Verse theme when it comes to the face sculpt, and that's not horrible, but considering when you look at Miles and Gwen, you can see a big difference in the quality of it and the style. And I think that I would like to see them take it a little bit back to the drawing board to get it more in that Across the Spider-Verse stylized version. And I know that might be hard to do with his type of character and the way that he was animated, but there definitely have been better custom sculpts for it that I've seen just for that Marvel Legends especially. So I definitely think that Imaginations could do a little bit better there. And I want to say that for Miguel O'Hara that released in November or October or whatever last year, they did update, I think, his skin tone, because before it was like really pale, and then when it came out, it looked like it was a little bit more tan like it was in the actual movie. So they could update that here and not update the face to be, you know, more stylized, and I guess that could kind of pass for it. But yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think? Because I've seen a lot of people saying, you know, this looks more like a real life person, and I think that can be cool, but at the same time, it's not exactly representative of him in the movie. So everything else, though, besides that, looks great. I'm gonna assume this is like soft plastic, and it could come off and it's not sculpted on him. Could be wrong, but everything else for the most part looks really, really good. Articulation wise, I'm very curious to see how much more range you can get out of him. Obviously, if you don't want this, the Legends is actually not too bad of an option. It's just obviously it's cheaper, but I don't know how much more available it is since that was a while ago. But yeah, more details on this figure as well, I think, than the Legends. The Legends is kind of more simplistic in its design. It doesn't have a whole bunch of alternate colors going for it. And the guitar, I think, is pretty simple too. So you are getting a lot more here in terms of design. Accessory wise, I'm not too sure. Let's see. He does get his own bracelet, but he doesn't have the custom made bracelet that he had. And I don't think they're going to do one for Gwen, but it's very possible. They could reveal it way later, which I don't really mind personally. I do like when they do these little surprises. If you actually saw, Tamashii Nations just dropped some news for Kaiju No 8. He's getting 2 new bonus parts, and that's at no extra charge. They did that with Toto as well, where you got the extra hand as well as the pendant. So very much so, we could see it happen, and I would be perfectly okay with that. So we'll have to see. But anyways, yeah, that is pretty much it so far. It's gonna be a madhouse on March 4th. So good luck to you. Try to go pay later if you can. It's wild. There's far too many items coming out, and this isn't even representative of all of it. This is just like shonen stuff. So think about it. We've also got a whole bunch of other Monster Art stuff that also just got revealed too. So yeah, be prepared, people. But anyways, I will catch you guys in the next video. I am working on that Kaido review. Dude's a big character. All right, he's a big character. Denji also just came in, so I probably will review that one as well. And yeah, look out for more videos. We are back to our usual flow, so stay tuned for more. I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.